Hello again and welcome to the third video on information security. By now you've learnt about the principles of information security as well as the threats faced by companies who want to protect their data. So in this video I want to discuss why it's of paramount importance that companies keep their data secure and look at the impacts of failing to do so. To help elaborate this point, I'll describe a couple of case studies that demonstrate the real-world impact of poor data security on organizations and the individuals within them. Companies must guard their intellectual property fiercely. What's intellectual property? Well, it's defined as something that's created using your mind. So in terms of a company's intellectual property, this could be an invention, an idea, a story, an artistic work, or even just a symbol. And I'm thinking here about the Nike swoosh. That's what their tick is called, by the way. Thinking about the battle between Apple and Samsung helps to crystallize this inside our minds. They both want to be the most successful mobile phone manufacturer. Both companies are already planning ahead for the second or third iteration of their mobile phones. Tech firms keep a very close eye on all new intellectual property ideas that are patented. Typically, when a company has a new idea, for example biometric access for a mobile phone, they will immediately move to patent the idea so that others are not able to copy it. Tech companies will then invest millions or billions in research and development in an attempt to bring this idea to fruition. R&D is risky and expensive. While competitors may be able to glean in the broadest sense what their rivals are up to through looking at the patents that have been filed, it would still require a huge investment to copy their ideas, especially when they don't have the technical detail. If, however, the detailed information were to fall into the wrong hands, it would give their competitors a huge advantage, potentially leading to their rivals releasing a feature in advance of them, whilst also saving valuable research and development dollars. The consequence of losing sensitive intellectual property data may significantly affect the profitability of a company or, in extremis, lead to its demise. The next example of an impact of data loss is more prosaic, namely that companies may not be able to provide their regular service if they don't have the data. Consider a company that offers investment advice. If they were unable to access historic data, it would undermine their ability to give sound advice. It may also be the case that they'd be unable to access certain markets. Let's now turn our attention to the impact of failing to secure confidential information or losing information that belongs to a third party. The instance of the MI5 officer leaving top-secret files on a bus has become infamous, and in this instance the organisation, MI5, suffered a significant loss of reputation. And while this won't always be the case, there will be a threat to national security if data is lost around the national power grid or communication utilities. Accidental data loss opens companies up to litigation by those who may suffer as a result of companies not following agreed security protocols. A number of years ago, I worked for an organisation who introduced a new payroll system. On the day the new system went live, I accessed my own salary information, only to discover that I also had been granted access to the salary information of over 200 employees. Everyone who worked for the company and their sister company's details were in front of me. The person responsible for implementing this new system was dismissed the following week. In July 2017, Dixon's Carphone Warehouse were involved in a data breach which involved 1.2 million customer records, as well as the credit card details of 5.9 million people. Yes, 5.9 million. The impact for the company was serious. Shares fell by 6%, and within 3 months 100 high street stores had to close, and their reputation was ruined for a while. If you face a longer essay-style question based on the impacts of data security breaches, focus on potential negative impact on profits, the dangers of giving the competitors a market advantage, damage to reputation, loss of share value, and the cost of litigation. You will have studied elsewhere in this course the principles around data protection, GDPR. Remember that you need to learn these and apply them to a context in the form of a scenario. Now we've covered the importance of keeping data secure and the consequences of failing to do so, in the fourth and last video, I'll detail how companies can protect themselves from data breaches. I hope this video has been useful to you. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell if you want to be the first to see new content. Bye bye.